We have a culturally accepted script for how human life plays out. By the time you reach your 70s, the expectation is that you will experience a steady, irreversible physical decline. You anticipate losing muscle, accumulating visceral fat around your organs, and experiencing the slow creep of cognitive fog. We treat this physical decay as a guaranteed penalty for accumulating birthdays. But if we look closely at the data, that script falls apart. We routinely see 80-year-olds running marathons with sharp minds, while others are bedridden with chronic disease decades earlier. To understand that discrepancy, we have to separate the number of years you've been alive from the actual condition of your biology. Researchers now measure this through a concept called biological age. Specifically, they look at a metric known as GlycanAge. GlycanAge measures cellular inflammation and actual systemic wear and tear by tracking sugar molecules attached to your antibodies. This scatter plot charts GlycanAge data across a cohort of 5,000 subjects, ranging from 16 to 100 years old. Notice the two diverging trend lines. Over time, the red pro-inflammatory markers rise sharply, indicating mounting cellular stress. Simultaneously, the blue anti-inflammatory markers, the molecules that protect tissues, plummet. Left unchecked, this is the biological signature of decay. But clinical data shows this trajectory is highly modifiable. When physicians optimize a patient's lifestyle and hormones, those data points detach from the standard trend line. They drop dramatically, clustering up to 25 years lower on the y-axis. A patient might be 65 on their driver's license, but they are operating with the inflammatory profile of a 40-year-old. The chronic diseases we fear most, dementia, heart failure, osteoporosis, are downstream symptoms of biological systems shutting down. If we understand how those systems work, we can actively rebuild them. The first layer of this rebuilding process is metabolic fitness. This is the non-negotiable bedrock of longevity. You cannot out-supplement or out-medicate a crumbling biological foundation. Building that foundation requires strict control over your body's fuel selection, primarily through dietary carbohydrate restriction. When you lower your carbohydrate intake, you lower your insulin levels. Insulin is a hormone that regulates blood glucose, but when levels are high, it acts as a one-way valve for energy storage, trapping calories inside visceral fat cells and preventing your body from burning them for fuel. When insulin remains chronically high, it starves the rest of your body of circulating energy. This creates a physiological trap. Your cells signal that they are starving, which artificially spikes your hunger levels. This is why attempting to cut calories without first lowering insulin almost always fails. You are fighting your own survival mechanisms. This descending bar chart compares all-cause mortality risk across different levels of physical fitness. We measure this using VO2 max, which is the maximum rate of oxygen your body can process during intense exertion. As VO2 max increases from low to elite categories, we see a massive stair-step reduction in mortality risk. Cardiorespiratory fitness is the single greatest objective predictor of human survival. However, exercise has a very specific limit. It is the ultimate health multiplier, but it rarely drives significant weight loss on its own. Strict nutritional control is the fuel selector that dictates your body composition, while exercise dictates your metabolic capacity. Diet and exercise act as the fuel and tuning for the human machine. But even a perfectly tuned engine will inevitably stall if it loses its spark plugs. As we age, we face a hidden biological cliff. By the time a person reaches age 70, they have lost roughly 50% of their mitochondrial function, alongside a massive drop in their sex hormones. Without those hormones, maintaining a metabolic foundation through sheer willpower becomes nearly impossible. Bioidentical Hormone Replacement Therapy, or BHRT, acts as the critical cellular fertilizer required to keep tissues in building mode. BHRT utilizes hormones that are chemically identical to those produced by the human body, re-establishing the signals that maintain bone density, muscle mass, and metabolic rate. Estrogen and testosterone exert direct neuroprotective power by promoting the survival of new neurons and maintaining synaptic activity. At the cellular level, optimal hormone levels create a barrier that actively shields the brain's networks, defending against the destructive buildup of toxic beta-amyloid plaques. When these hormones vanish in early menopause, The physical consequences are immediate. We see a rapid deterioration in postural balance and sway velocity. This invisible structural weakness is a primary driver of the fatal falls and hip fractures so common in older adults. In this dual-panel cross-section, we can see the physical reversal of age-related decay. On the left, optimizing hormone and thyroid levels improves lipid metabolism, shrinking visceral fat and helping dissolve arterial plaque. On the right, estrogen and testosterone force fragile bone tissue to thicken back into a strong lattice. Timing dictates the success of this rebuilding process. This highlighted bracket represents the critical window hypothesis. Initiating hormone therapy early, during the perimenopausal or andropausal window, exponentially accelerates these protective benefits. Waiting a decade reduces the system's ability to utilize these signals. Replacing lost hormones is a structural imperative. Without these instructions, the brain, the heart, and the skeletal system lack the signals required to maintain their integrity. Once the metabolic foundation is set and the hormonal fertilizer is applied, we reach the final optimizing layer of the blueprint, mitochondrial hormesis. Hormesis is the strategic application of short, acute cellular stress to trigger ancient survival pathways. By exposing the body to controlled adversity, you effectively schedule mandatory maintenance days for your biology. We can activate these survival pathways through specific environmental triggers. Sitting in extreme heat in a sauna, plunging into cold water, or enduring periods of strict fasting all force your cells to react and adapt. These stressors force the body into a state of autophagy. Autophagy is a cellular recycling process where your body hunts down and clears out dead, senescent cells. At the same time, this stress forces your remaining mitochondria to adapt and become radically more efficient at producing energy. Intentionally stressing your system clears out the weak links. It ensures that your diet, your exercise, and your optimized hormones are being utilized entirely by robust, elite cells. Aging is no longer a passive cliff that we are destined to fall off. The clinical data shows that it is a highly treatable metabolic and hormonal condition that we can actively manage and measure. A 70-year-old who controls their insulin, maintains a high VO2 max, and optimizes their hormone levels possesses a different physiological reality. At the cellular level, they can literally possess the biology and the resilience of a 50-year-old. Preventative healthcare requires the active, daily restoration of the biological signals and metabolic efficiency that time naturally strips away. You have control over how your body progresses through time. Stop accepting lab results that are merely normal for your age and start building the blueprint to make them optimal for your life.
If you're interested in exploring more of these incredible connections from hormone optimization to metabolic psychiatry and regenerative medicine, be sure to subscribe and follow for more explainers just like this one. Thanks so much for watching this Within You Health production.